I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and if you like your smartphones and you like your tablets, you're going to want to check out part 2 of the video review of the ASUS PadFone 2. It's a new form factor that in a lot of ways I'd love to see come to the US, but is this device worth buying and bringing in unlocked? We'll find out in part 2 of the full video review, which starts right now. It's part 2 of a full video review of the ASUS PadFone 2, and granted this phone has been out for a long time, or I should say a long time comparatively speaking in our game, but what I really love about this phone and this tablet combo or this docking station combo is that it provides a tablet-like interface for those times where you're on the couch or you're at your desk and you just don't want to use your phone. Maybe you want to go for the tablet instead. All you have to do is pop this right down into the tablet and shazam, you are good to go. Fingerprints included. So it's a nice feature all around and really a nice form factor that I think a lot of people would like. So I would love to see more devices like this come to the US on the carriers in subsidized form so consumers can afford them. This is available right now at Negri Electronics, which is where we got our special thanks to them for giving us a unit, or for selling us a unit, I should say. Actually, PhoneDog bought this. But NegriElectronics.com is where you can get it. And special thanks to our partners at Best Buy Mobile for giving us devices kind of like the PadFone 2 and the Note 2, obviously, and the HTC One for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile, whether it's AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, all those carriers, I'm going to use my hands in this one. They'll make sure you walk out with what is best for you. It's unbiased shopping at Best Buy Mobile. So let's jump right in again to the ASUS PadFone 2 and take a look here at some of the interface features. Obviously, you've got the tablet-like functionality when you plug it in, but what I like, and I showed this off in part 1, is that you can be doing something, browsing the web, for example, reading a message, and you can continue along while you're moving. So for example, yes, I know cursor slider, let's go ahead and do OK here. I'm happy there, how are you? For example, I'm typing a message, and all of a sudden I need to go. I can unplug it from the dock, and then boom, my message should pop up. I'm happy there, how are you today? And I should be able to pop it right back down in there, and today should pop up right there, as you can see in the draft. And it keeps wanting me to update the device. I'm not going to update it until the end of this video review. So really a cool feature there all around. Now let's take a look at the 13 megapixel camera, and you can do it a couple of different ways. You can either keep it in the docking station / tablet combo, and I'll say ignore. And you can see my laptop here in super size. You've got a couple of different options around the sides. I'm actually going to pull it out so you can take a closer look at some of these features. And we'll bring it up here to close to the camera so you can take a look and wait for it to focus in. You can see over here on the side, I've got camera mode, normal, panorama. I've got camera effects over here as well. And then of course I've got camera resolution, 13 megapixel obviously selected. It is a 13 megapixel camera with 1080p HD recording. White balance, ISO, shutter, self-timer, of course, recording capabilities, and I can switch it around to the front-facing camera. Hello. And then go back to the back. I just talked to you like I talked to my cat. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. I have a cat voice. Everybody has a cat voice and a dog voice, just in case you were wondering. It goes something like, hello. I'm going to leave it at that. But there's the camera, 13 megapixel camera. Take some quick pictures. It's got a full shutter effect right there, very similar to 007. Donna. Oh well, sounds like 007. That was not really a great 007 impersonation, but again, moving on. 13 megapixel camera, you can see it focuses really nicely on the crease in the HTC One case here, using that as an example. Let's see if we can get it focused in on the text. And overall, really, I'm impressed with the image all around. Image quality appears to be good. And snap that. And let's see what they look like in the gallery. And bring it up. Yes, I know, good Lord. Enough disclaimers and stuff like that. Okay, so HTC there, I did pull that one away a little bit too quickly. Then I've got my case up here, and you can see really nice image of the crease here. I can see fingerprints in the lens, not surprising given my fingerprints on devices. I am a fingerprint magnet, as are these devices. And then to pinch out, quick and easy. Overall, the device is fast, little to no lag. The Crate CPU works incredibly well. 13 megapixel camera is pretty nice all around on this device. I want to show you a couple of the other things that come on the device out of the box. One of my favorite applications in my testing has been SuperNote. So I'm going to load this up and we'll take a look, and you can see me playing around with it just this morning. So I can say hi, and what it does is it translates, go over here, for example, hello, and then I'm going to type PhoneDog, and you can see what it's doing is bringing it up within the lines, N-E-D-O-G. There's going to create a space, but that's okay. PhoneDog. So you can see hello PhoneDog right there, and that's what it looks like up close. And I can really transcribe notes. So if I'm in a class, not that this is maybe the most economical way to do it, but hey there, Probably hard to take notes if your professor's typing faster, if you're in a work meeting. But really a nice little feature there. I think that's kind of cool and something that distinguishes it from other competitors on the market. We talked about the Hammy apps in part 1. Of course, you have car, home as well. We'll take a look at this. Get it into car mode. And then you've got Garmin Street Pilot, phone, maps, people, settings, and more, where you can use this device while you're in the car a little bit more safely. Go to phone here, and you can see my demo number right there. And then, of course, kind of a similar looking phone app as we've seen in the past. Let's go to 611, for example. And we'll dial that. And you can see, obviously, an ASUS customized interface here with your dial pad right there. And then I can go back when I'm done.
Welcome to AT&T.
Let's see. Oh, let's go ahead and exit out of that. Get out of driving mode so I can actually access this. Speaker right there, which is cool though, because driving mode will give you the speaker functionality, makes it much better and keeps you hands-free while you're driving, doing the most important thing you need to be doing, and that is driving. So, cool little feature right there. Again, I talked about this in part 1. It's been on Edge the entire time. This does support HSDPA on AT&T and on T-Mobile, so not quite sure why it's sticking in Edge. APNs look good. It's running the APN and AT&T, actually the old singular APN, which works fine for HSDPA, so not quite sure why that's not popping up. But again, similar functionality here with Gmail that you would expect from an Android device. Very similar look and feel here. And then, of course, Google Play integration all throughout on this device. And let's see what else we've got. Instant Dictionary, we've got PenPal, a bunch of different applications, MyNet that you're probably never going to use. Watch Calendar is actually a little unique one though. I can come in here and set events and say on my calendar here on Baker at Gmail. Just a nice little alternative to the stock calendar application that comes out of the box. So overall, really impressed with this, but it's not necessarily the phone that I'm impressed with. The specs are a little bit on the older side, comparatively speaking, in our industry. I love this form factor. I think it's something that really OEMs should adopt or look into adopting. Samsung, HTC, Motorola, whoever the case may be. Obviously, you see a little bit of lag from time to time on this device. I'd love to see a form factor like this because I think there's a great use case, particularly with maybe the Galaxy Note line of devices or Motorola's Droid Zyborg line of devices, where you could take a Droid device, whatever the case may be, on Motorola or a Note device, Galaxy Note device, pop it down into your tablet, and you could be good to go with a dual functionality, a dual setup where when you get home, pop it down on the tablet, and you'd be good to go. Overall, I like this device. I think it's way too pricey at 800 bucks. I would never buy this device, even unlocked, but if it ever came to the US and subsidized, I'd certainly consider it. This is an older one. You can see it's a little bit laggy. It's not optimized for US markets, but with this form factor, I would love to see it come to the nation's largest wireless carriers. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage of the ASUS PadFone 2. Let me know what you think of this form factor, this review. Just stop in and say hello on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron, Facebook, Facebook.com/Hi Aaron Baker. Thanks so much for watching. More to come on the ASUS PadFone 2 on PhoneDog.com. I'll see you next time.